What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. If you ever needed an excuse to figure out why Canada is so broken, why provinces are talking about independence and getting away from the corrupt federal government, look no further, folks. As I've said before, while rumors are speculating that we're going to see an election, that once the budget comes forward early in November, we're going to see a non-confidence vote and go back to the polls, I will stress again before we get into today's content that it would be a very bad idea. And I'm not endorsing Mark Carney by saying this, but it would be a very bad idea for us to head to the polls. If we go to the polls, Mark Carney, I can almost guarantee you, will get a majority government. They're already ramping up for it, and I'm going to show you that in this video before the nonsense that is continuing to happen in this country. But Donald Trump is already being used as a wedge issue again. They're accelerating that at incredible speeds because this, after all, is what got Mark Carney elected by the elbows up crowd. People in this country have a problem with Trump derangement syndrome. A lot of people would say the folks in our comments have fringe derangement syndrome. I think we should coin that. It happens a lot. They don't like me very much. Let's talk about what's happening in Canada. Because Mark Carney is still poking Donald Trump with a stick, even though you're going up against a lion. I don't see this turning out well for anybody. But first, we got to discuss why things are still bananas in this country. You've got food prices out the roof. You've got inflation. You've got our money not worth anything. You've got open borders, immigrants coming in by the millions, removing jobs, removing security, removing all sense of the Canadian heritage, our history away from us. And anytime you've ever experienced newcomers to Canada that say, you can't celebrate Christmas, it's a Christian holiday, it's offensive. I don't like Halloween because it's scary. We don't do it in our country. You need to stop. I'm offended. Well, look no further. The city of Burlington in Ontario has made it illegal to put up Halloween decorations. This is what happens when your country loses its identity. Erin, who I've talked about before, she's got a great account in from Calgary. This is absolutely ridiculous. Who would be offended by this? You can see down here, Ontario City bans Halloween directions. Will Christmas lights be banned next? I can almost guarantee it. Because the problem, folks, it's not just about Halloween. It's not about Christmas. It's not about any. The problem is you have complicit Canadians who are willing to bend over and say, no problem. We'll put up with the stupid rules. We'll put up with your claims. We just want to make everybody comfortable. Here's the issue, folks. When it comes to the censorship bills, when it comes to the pandemics, when it comes to everything that you're bending over and telling the government, it's okay, govern me harder, daddy. You're moving us closer and closer to a WEF-run world, a globalist world where you have nothing and you'll be happy. Now, the audio is terrible in this clip. In fact, two of the clips I have to show you, the audio is terrible. I don't know why people always record in one channel versus stereo, but I'm going to try and break this down. We won't play the full 2 minutes. I just want to get the gist of what's happened here so people understand how stupid things have got in this country. Take a listen.
Couldn't believe it, you know?
Picture this. Halloween is around the corner. You put up decorations, and out of the blue, you're put on notice by the city.
I was just very surprised because I try to be respectful with it. I have a timer that sets these things to turn off at 8:30 p.m., 7 days a week. And given the fact it gets dark maybe 6:30, we have about a maximum of 2 hours that these things are lit in the nighttime.
The city of Burlington described these decorations as a nuisance.
And apparently that's offensive to some people. I'm just a bit in shock.
City officials say while there are no bylaws specific to Halloween decorations, some holiday displays are subject to what's known as the Nuisance and Noise Control Bylaw.
So they use this as a nuisance and noise control bylaw. They say, oh, well, it's not technically illegal. So we can't infringe on this man's rights by saying, oh, it's illegal to celebrate Halloween, but we can use bylaws. This is where I say the government will always try and find a loophole to tell you, we just don't like what you're doing. We don't like your free rights. We don't like the fact that you have free speech in this country. We don't want you on the internet talking to people or getting your information. Govern me harder. Get your elbows up a little higher, folks. This man came out and said the timers are set to shut off at 8:30 p.m. They're only going for about 2 hours. Now, make whatever comments you like. I've always said that the people with the inflatables, it seems like the lazy version of decorating, but to each their own. You have the right to participate in what's been a normal tradition in this country. And you're now being told it's a nuisance. We got to get to why it's going to get worse for Canadians. As the censorship comes in, as the authoritarianism continues. We talked last week about the $75 million ad campaign, which, by the way, Doug didn't pay that out of pocket. That came from Canadians. He was told to take it down. Doug Ford says his $75 million ad campaign using Ronald Reagan's voice will not stop because it's one of the best ads he's ever seen. Of course it is. He's the one who endorsed it. He's the one who signed for it. Of course it's the best he's ever seen. It's his ad. Keep in mind, they did not ask the Reagan Foundation for this. You can't just do that. If I use people's footage without their consent on this channel, I get struck. I get told this is a copyright conflict. So Doug says he's not going to stop it, even though he's been told to stop it. He's going to continue doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on this Trump, Trump, Trump talk. All Doug is doing is scaring the people of Ontario that everything is happening. Your job losses are happening because of Donald Trump. Your food costs are high because of less than a year of Donald Trump being the president. Forget the last 10 years. Forget the pandemic. Forget the printing of money. Forget the scandalous behavior. None of it has to do with why you're losing your jobs, folks. It's all Donald Trump. He's openly promoting Mark Carney to win a majority government. Why would you pull an ad campaign that's going to help them all stay reelected? Government EXE goes on to say, either these people have no clue how to negotiate a deal or they're sabotaging it on purpose. Now, again, the audio is only on one channel versus two in stereo. I don't know why it's so low, but try and adjust here, folks. Let's take a listen.
I heard that the president heard our ad. I'm sure he wasn't too happy, but it's real because it was coming from the best president the country's ever seen, Ronald Reagan. So it is. It's very effective. It's probably one of the best ads I've ever seen, and it's coming from Ronald Reagan's voice, and it's going to be focused on right across the country, but also in Republican-held areas because.
So right across the country. I guarantee you, I haven't seen it in Alberta. I hope we don't see it in Alberta. He just doubles it. He goes down. He goes all in on Trump derangement syndrome. Mark Carney has done the same thing. If you look here, Mark Carney's now calling Doug Ford president and bragging they're best friends. You can't make this up. Doug Ford destroyed Canada's trade with the U.S., and now Carney is praising him. It goes further than that, folks. Old Fringe did a look into this. It's far beyond what you think it is. Thank God this audio is a little bit better. I'm going to play this clip. We're going to talk what this really is. Take a listen.
Nuclear, a few days ago, I launched with my good friend, Premier Ford. Did I say good friend, Premier Ford? I said the always entertaining, the always interesting, the always unpredictable Premier Ford. Yeah, God, sorry. I don't know why I mixed the two up, President and Premier Ford.
So, right there. I don't know why I mix up President and Premier Ford. Did you catch that? That he called Doug Ford president? Do you know why he did that? Let's go back a couple weeks. Here's Brian Lilly tweeting out, this is funny, Carney and Trump caught on a hot mic. Carney thanks Trump for upgrading him to president. Trump responds by saying, at least I didn't say governor. Now, again, the audio's low on this. I won't replay it, but everybody saw this clip where Trump referred to Mark Carney as president twice in his speech. And then Mark Carney comes up and says, thanks for the upgrade. And Trump goes, well, at least I didn't call you governor. He's taking another stab at Trump. He's trying to make Trump look like an idiot. This idiot is actually disrespecting, once again, U.S. President Donald Trump. Anybody who lives across Canada, you say what you like about Alberta wanting its independence. You say what you like about, oh, it's treasonous to want to get away from this. They're never going to let you leave, Fringe. The time to go is now. We need to get away from this Marxist, communist, whatever you want to label it, government. God, I'll probably be reported for hate speech for that. Things got to change. Our country is going to hell in a handbasket faster than you could ever imagine. And it starts with censorship. It then comes to things like digital ID. And before you know it, folks, we're living on our knees forever, if we weren't already. Forget putting your elbows up. They're going to start telling you to put your back ends up. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. Make sure to like, comment, share this out on your socials, folks. People need to see Mark Carney insulting President Trump. People need to realize what's actually going on here. Join me on the channel twice live, each and every week. Wednesdays for Unhinged Fringe, usually Fridays for Friday Night Fringe. I'll be out celebrating offensive Halloween with my kids on Friday, so we will do a stream this Thursday instead. But join us live for those. 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, each and every week here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.